The threefold vision of the NAP, namely Indian ethos, respect for values, and the concept of a global family, helped to instill a deep rooted pride in being an Indian, not only in thought but also in spirit, intellect, and deeds. The present primer aims to highlight the four objectives of NAP: Indian perspective, interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary, scientific rigor with experimentation, and innovative approaches through the 14 branches of learning in the field of humanities. Indian knowledge system, Bharatiya Jnana Parampara. The word Indian is as an adjective relates to India and encompasses all aspects of its people, culture, and civilization. Knowledge refers to wisdom and insights arising from deep experiences, observations, experimentation, validated through the lens of logic with rigor and cross examined by other thinkers through debate. Systems are structured treatises that follow a defined framework and methodology. There are 14 branches of learning as enumerated in a popular shloka. Angani Vedaschattvaro Mimamsa Nyaya Vistarah Puranam Dharmashastram Cha Vidyayetas Chaturdasha. Indian knowledge system is a very vast field of study and research. For convenience, it could be categorized as follows: 1. Vedas, the storehouse of ritual and philosophical knowledge. They consist of four sections: 1.1 Samhitas 4, 1.2 Brahmanas 23, 1.3 Aranyakas 7, and 1.4 Upanishads 108 plus. Second, Vedangas, technical literature helpful to understand the Vedas. 2.1 Shiksha, 2.2 Kalpa, 2.3 Vyakarana, 2.4 Nirukta, 2.5 Chandas, and 2.6 Jyotisha. 3. Upavedas, sciences for humankind, beneficial for the holistic development. 3.1 Ayurveda, 3.2 Dhanurveda, 3.3 Gandharva Veda, 3.4 Arthashastra and Vastushastra. 4. Upangas, ethical and hermeneutical treatises. 4.1 Puranas, 18 includes two Itihasas as well. 4.2 Dharmashastras, Smritis of Manu, Yajnavalkya and so on. 4.3 Mimamsa, 4.4 Nyaya Shastra. Includes other darshanas like Sankhya, Yoga, Vaisheshika, Uttar Mimamsa and Vedanta as well. 5. Agamas, Tantric and ritual literature emerged parallel to the Vedas. 5.1 Shaiva 28, 5.2 Shakta 77, 5.3 Vaishnava 215. 6. Scientific literature, works on mathematics, chemistry, biological sciences, and so on. This book will focus solely on the Vedas, Vedangas, and Upangas, which together constitute the renowned Chaturdasha Vidya Sthanani. The overall structure of each chapter will include expected learning outcomes, a brief introduction, a literature review, core topics, classification of types if any, classification or types if any, a short description of each type, stories or anecdotes containing interesting information, do you know, do it yourself, and suggested reading on the topic. Tables, charts, illustrations, and concept maps. See maps. are provided at appropriate places for quick comprehension. I hope that this book will meet the needs of students and enthusiastic readers. Professor Gauri Maulikar, June 28, 25, 75th Jayanti of Puja Guruji Swami Chinmaya. Contents Publishers Note Forward Genesis and Gratitude Preface 1. An Introduction to the Vedas 1.1 Rigved 1.2 Yajurved 1.3 Samaved 1.4 Atharvaved 2. An Introduction to the Vedangas 2.1 Shiksha 2.2 Vyakaranam 2.3 Nirukta 2.4 Chandas 2.5 Jyotisha 2.6 Kalpa 3. An Introduction to the Upangas 3.1 Dharmashastra 3.2 Nyaya 3.3 Mimamsa 3.4 Itihasas and Puranas 3.4.1 Ramayana 3.4.2 Mahabharata 3.4.3 Puranas Bibliography Transliteration and Pronunciation Guide. An Introduction to the Vedas. Expected learning outcomes. By the end of the lesson, learners will be able to understand the classification and content of the Vedas, explain how the Vedas were preserved, elaborate on the significance of yajnas. We have all heard of the Vedas. They form the foundation of Indian culture and knowledge systems. It is a matter of great pride for Bharata that the Vedas are among the oldest existing works in the world. Despite enduring long periods of adversity, they have survived and continue to shape the cultural fabric of Bharata. In this chapter and the ones that follow, you will explore the content and significance of the Vedas. While the Vedas are primarily intended for spiritual upliftment, they also contain profound wisdom on various worldly matters. We will endeavor to analyze the Vedas from both these perspectives, Veda and Shruti. Firstly, let us focus on the word Veda. It is derived from the root vid, to know, and therefore it literally translates to knowledge. The root vid also conveys the meaning to exist, to obtain, and to think and analyze. The Vedas are regarded as eternal knowledge that has not been authored apaurushaya but was revealed to the ancient seers, rishis. This timeless wisdom was transmitted orally from teacher to disciples. Hence, Vedas are also known as Shruti, meaning that which is heard, knowledge passed down through oral tradition from a guru. Classification. Generally speaking, there are three primary forms of communication: poetry, prose, and music. Corresponding to these, the three Vedas are Rigved, composed in poetic form, Yajurved, expressed in prose, Samaved, rendered in a musical form. The fourth Veda, Atharvaveda, encompasses all three forms. These four Vedas were compiled and organized by Sri Vyasa. Each Veda consists of multiple branches, shakhas, which were established by ancient sages and are distinguished by their unique methods of recitation. Mantra style Veda. Ruk metrical Rigveda. Yajus prose Yajurveda. Saman music Samaveda. Combine Atharvaveda. Each of these Vedas can be further divided into four portions. One Samhita, this section contains detailed hymns dedicated to various deities, devatas. To Brahman, this portion deals with the performance of rituals, karma, using the hymns and explain their metaphysical significance. Together, Samhita and Brahman constitute what is known as Karma Kanda. 3. Aranyaka. It contains expositions that are worthy of reflection, upasana, acting as a stepping stone to understand the knowledge propounded in Upanishad. Hence, it is known as Upasana Kanda. For Upanishad, it differs from the previous portions of the Vedas. Upanishad is highly philosophical, having a sole motive of expounding the knowledge, jnana, of the individual self, jiva, the world, jagata, and the supreme self, Brahman. Hence, it is known as Jnanakanda. It should be noted that Upanishad also contain expositions for reflection, upasana, karma, upasana, and jnana are three stages of our spiritual journey. We begin with karma, action for purification of the mind, progressing to upasana, which results in single pointedness. These two make us a worthy recipient of jnana knowledge. Samhita, Brahman, Aranyaka, Upanishad, Karmakanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda. Story. Vyas, who divided the Vedas. In ancient times, the Vedarashi, Vedic corpus, existed as a single body of knowledge. As human intellect declined, Lord Vishnu, out of compassion, incarnated as Vyasa to preserve and organize the Vedas. He divided them into four parts and entrusted them to his disciples. Paila Rigveda, Vaishampayana, Yajurveda, Jaimini, Samaveda, and Sumanto Atharva Veda. This division made the Vedas more accessible and ensured their transmission across generations. Vyasa's efforts safeguarded this timeless wisdom, allowing it to guide humanity for centuries. Do you know? Texts like the Puranas, Mahabharatas, and Nyaya Shastra hold immense significance in preserving knowledge, history, and culture, hence rightly known as the fifth Veda. However, the Vedas preserved. The Vedas are considered timeless wisdom, meticulously preserved through generations. Even the historians acknowledge them as one of the most accurately transmitted texts in history. It is truly astonishing how such a vast body of knowledge was safeguarded for centuries without the aid of writing, remaining free from corruption despite the passage of time. Do you know? It was considered improper to write down the Vedas even until the time of the great Mimamsa scholar Kumaril Bhatta in the 8th century CE. As we will explore in the chapter of Shiksha, reciting with the aid of written text was regarded as an inferior form of transmission, since oral recitation and memorization were the sole methods of preserving the Vedas. Various repetition techniques were developed. These were broadly classified into Prakruti Patha, natural recitation, and Vikruti Patha, modified recitation. Samhita, Pada, and Krama recitations fall under Prakriti Patha, while more complex styles like Jata, Mala, Shikha, Rekha, Ratha, Dhwaja, Danda, and Ghana belong to Vikruti Patha. A scholar proficient in the Ghana style is known as a Ghanapathin and is regarded as one of the most revered Vedic Pandits. This intricate The oral tradition ensured the flawless preservation of the Vedas across millennia. To understand the different recitation methods, let us take the famous Gayatri Mantra as an example. Prakriti Patha, Samhita Patha, it is the original mantra as it appears in the Vedas. तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Padapatha, each word is recited separately as follows. Tat Savituhu Varenyam Bhargah Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyaha Yaha Naha Prachodayata. Padam 1 Tat, 2 Savituhu, 3 Varenyam, 4 Bhargah, 5 Devasya, 6 Dhimahi. Kramapatha. Here, two words are recited together in repetition as follows. Tat Savituhu, Savitu Varenyam, Varenyam Bhargah, Bhargah Devasya, Devasya Dhimahi, Dhimahi iti Dhimahi. Dhiyo yaha, yaha, yonaha, naha prachodayat, prachodayat iti prachodayat. Krama. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. Vikruti Pathas, Jata Patha. This is recited in the following manner. Jata. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4. 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 5. 5, 6, 6, 5, 5, 6. Ghanapatha. This is recited in the following manner. Ghana. 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4. 3, 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6. Do you know? For a deeper understanding of this Vikruti Pathas, watch the following video. Link is given. Content of the Vedas. The Vedas address a diverse audience and with varying needs. While some seek material prosperity, others strive for the ultimate goal of life. To accommodate these aspirations, the Vedas expound on karma, upasana and jnana. As we learned earlier, a significant portion of the Vedas is dedicated to mantras and yajnas, which initially focus on fulfilling personal desires, such as attaining progeny, prosperity, and Svarga Heaven. Additionally, they cover a wide range of mundane topics, including astronomy, health, and arts. However, since humans live within a society, Vedas since humans live within a society, Vedas also emphasize eternal values like harmony and collective well-being. In a sense, they serve as a guide to fulfilling personal desires within the framework of righteousness, enabling individuals to contribute to society and ultimately attain the highest spiritual goal. Why do we need yajnas? Sanatana Dharma upholds the Vedic way of life as a means to attain the ultimate goal of human existence. Within this framework, yajna, an offering given in the sacred fire, not only helps individuals fulfill their personal aspirations but also purifies the mind, chitta shuddhi. Yajnas contribute to the well-being of both the individual and society. A yajna is not performed by the Yajaman sacrificer alone. It involves the collaboration of various professionals and craftsmen. Potters craft the bricks needed for the fire altar, Vedi. Carpenters shape the wooden ladles and spoons for offerings, and materials like bamboo, hay, and darbha grass are required to construct the Yajnashala sacrificial hall and sitting. In this way, Yajnas recognize and empower all sections of society by providing opportunities for their skills. There are many types of yajnas, some for personal benefits such as progeny and wealth, others for community welfare, national prosperity, and world peace. More details on yajnas can be found in the Kalpa Vedanga chapter. When performed selflessly, Nishkama, a yajna purifies the mind, preparing one for jnana, the path to moksha liberation. In Vedic yajnas, there are four priests known as Ritviks, each associated with one of the four Vedas. Their detailed roles will be discussed in later chapters. The person for whom the yajna is performed is called Yajamana, and his wife also accompanies him in the ritual is known as Yajamana Patni. Ved Rutvik function. Rigveda Hota invokes the deities devatas by reciting hymns. Samaveda Udgata sings the mantras in a melodic form. Yajurveda Adharyu performs the rituals and offerings. Atharveda Brahma supervises the yajna and ensures its correctness. Which knowledge is expounded in Upanishads? When we talk about jnana, knowledge, in the context of Upanishads, we do not refer to the mundane knowledge, but to self knowledge, the understanding of our true nature. The Upanishads describe three fundamental entities: Paramatman, Brahman, the Supreme Self, the ultimate reality that pervades and sustains the universe; Jivatman, the individual self, like our own; Jagat, the insentient, ever changing, and impermanent world around us. The relationship between these three has led to various philosophical schools. Some philosophers believe the world we see is entirely real, while others considered everything as illusion. In between these extremes, Acharya Adi Shankara, the great proponent of Advaita Vedanta, offered a nuanced perspective. He proclaimed that Brahman is the only reality, Satyam, and there exists nothing apart from Brahman, Advitiya, non dual. At first glance, this appears to contradict our everyday experiences as we perceive ourselves and the world as distinct and real. To resolve this contradiction, the Upanishads teach that the world is unreal, mithya, not in the sense that it does not exist at all, but that it is impermanent and dependent on Brahman. Just as a rope may be mistaken for a snake in dim light, we mistake Brahman for the world due to our ignorance. Once the truth is realized, the illusion disappears. Similarly, Jivatman is not different from Brahman, but due to ignorance, we experience ourselves as separate. This teaching is beautifully summarized in Adi Shankar's famous statement Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha, which translates to the world Jagat is unreal. The individual self Jivatman is identical to the Supreme Self Brahman. Brahman is non dual and the only ultimate reality. What is the nature of Brahman? The Upanishads define Brahman as Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Sat, existence, it is eternal and unchanging, unlike the transient world. Chit, consciousness, it is pure awareness. Ananda, bliss, it is infinite joy beyond worldly pleasures. Despite being of the nature of bliss, we continue to seek happiness externally. Once we realize the teachings of the Upanishads through the prescribed means, we attain permanent bliss, ananda, known as liberation, moksha. Conclusion. Through this chapter, we have gained an overview of the Vedic corpus and learnt what Vedas are and how they were classified and preserved. We also explored the institution of yajna, the path of knowledge, jnana, and the ultimate goal of life as described in the Upanishads. In essence, the Vedas serve as a comprehensive guide, leading us from the material to the spiritual, ultimately helping us realize our true nature. 1.1 Rigveda. Rigveda is one of the oldest literary compositions in the world and serves as a vast repository of knowledge about the ancient culture of Bharata. Studying the Rigveda is essential to understanding the evolution of Indian spiritual culture, literature. Like all the Vedas, it is divided into four main portions. Let us explore each of these sections in detail. Samhita. The Samhita of Rigveda consists of poetic verses called Ruchas, which praise various Vedic deities. A collection of these Ruchas forms a sukta or hymn. The Rigveda contains 1028 suktas, systematically arranged into 8 ashtakans or 10 mandalas. The hymns within the Rigveda are diverse. Many of them invoke and glorify deities such as Indra, Agni, Varun, and Mitra. Indra is celebrated as the powerful deity who supports heaven and earth, while Varuna is revered as the cosmic ruler who upholds Ruta, the universal order. However, the Rigveda is not just about prayers and invocations. It also contains philosophical reflections and insights on various aspects of life expressed through beautiful poetry. Let us explore these hymns. First, the Rigveda contains hymns that impart ethical values and teachings on righteous living. For instance, the Bhikshu Sukta 10.117 highlights the importance of sharing, while the Saudhyana Sukta 10.191 emphasizes harmony and unity in society. Let us explore some excerpts from the Saudhyana Sukta translated by H.D. Velankar. Go together, speak together, let your minds agree in thought, just as the ancient gods receive their share, agreeing with each other. Common is your intention and common are your hearts. May your mind be common so that your common well being may take place. Second, some hymns in the Rigveda contain dialogues between different characters resembling early forms of dramatic expression. These poetic exchanges lay the foundation for later Sanskrit drama, inspiring classical poets like Kalidas in their compositions. Story Pururavas and Urvashi. The story of Pururavas and Urvashi appears in the 10th mandal of the Rigveda as a dialogue between the two. Urvashi, a celestial Apsaras, decides to leave King Pururavas despite his heartfelt pleas. This brief reference later inspired Kalidasa to compose his famous play Vikramorvarshiya. In his version, Pururavas rescues Urvashi from the demon Keshin and they fall in love at first sight. However, due to a curse, Urvashi is sent to the mortal realm where she stays with Pururavas under one condition. She must leave once he sees their son. Eventually, though, Indra allows Urvashi to remain provided Pururavas aids the gods in battle. 3. Some hymns in the Rigveda provide insights into social practices. For instance, Surya Vivaha Sukta 10.85 describes the institution of marriage. Do it yourself. The marriage hymn Surya Vivaha Sukta Rigveda 10.85 is still chanted in Hindu weddings today. Find and read this hymn to understand its deeper meaning. Discuss its significance in the context of Vedic traditions and modern weddings. You can also refer to this video for further insights. Link is given. Some hymns in the Rigveda delve into the mysteries of creation and are deeply philosophical in nature. Purusha Sukta 10.90, Nasadiya Sukta 10.121 and Hiranyagarbha Sukta 10.121 offer profound insights into the nature of existence and the cosmos. Do it yourself. You can refer to the following videos to gain a deeper understanding of Vedic knowledge. Links are given. 5. Some hymns contain scientific observations of natural phenomena, while others highlight socio-economic aspects. For example, Akash Aksha Aksha Sukta Aksha Sukta 10.34 emphasizes the importance given to agricultural activities, showcasing the deep rooted connection between Vedic society and farming. Do it yourself. Gather the astronomical details from the following hymn and analyze its significance. 1.164.11 The 12 spoked wheel of time in existence that goes round and round. The cosmic sun never ages. O Agni, light of humanity, the 720 children of nature remain till the end. Translation by Dr. Tulsi Ram. What is the significance of the numbers 12 and 720? Second, to understand the importance of these astronomical details, Refer to the chapter on Jyotisha. Content of Rigvedic Samhita, prayers, values, dialogues, social practices, philosophy, and science. Brahmanas. There are three Brahmanas of Rigveda: Aitareya, Kaushitaki, and Sankhyayan. They elaborate on the duties of Hota, the priest associated with the Rigveda. In yajnas such as Somayaga, various hymns are recited at specific stages of the ritual. These Brahmanas explain which hymn is to be used for each action, while also narrating stories imbued with moral values. Additionally, some verses such as Aitareya Brahman 2.7 discusses broader subjects, with certain scholars interpreting them as references to the rotation of the spherical earth and the sun being stationary. Story Chara eva iti. Keep on moving, Charaiveti. King Harishchandra was without a progeny, following the advice of the sages Narad and Parvata. He prayed to Varun, vowing to perform a yajna once he was blessed with a son. After granting his wish, Varuna persistently reminded Harishchandra of his promise. However, the king repeatedly postponed fulfilling it. Finally, in the true spirit of a yaga, Harishchandra resolved to sacrifice that which was dearest to him, his son. Unwilling to surrender himself, his son Rohita fled to the forest. As a consequence of failing to honor his promise, Harishchandra fell ill. Upon learning of his father's suffering, Rohita rushed home without hesitation. Moved by compassion, Indra approached Rohita on his journey and imparted 5 verses rich in wisdom, each ending with the refrain, "Keep on moving, Chara evaiti, Chara evaiti." Indra proclaimed, "When one sits, one's destiny sits. When one rises, it rises. When one sleeps, it sleeps. And when one moves, it moves. Hence, keep on moving. One who keeps moving obtains nectar. One who keeps moving attains bounteous results. See the sun ever in motion, see free from inertia. Hence, keep on moving." Continuing his journey, Rohita encountered the sage Ajigartha and his 3 starving sons. In exchange for 100 cows, Rohita took one of his sons, Shunashepa, for the sacrifice. During the yajna, Shunashepa, with great devotion and skill, praised the gods with potent mantras. As a result, he was set free. Pleased with this offering, Varuna cured Harishchandra's illness. Through Indra's wisdom, prayers to the gods, and the timely completion of yajnas, one attains prosperity and well-being. Aranyaka. The 2 Aranyakas of Rigveda share the same name as its Brahmanas. They elaborate on rituals while elevating them to a philosophical dimension. Both of the Aranyakas include Upanishads as their final section. thereby serving as a bridge between karma ritual action and jnana knowledge. Additionally, they provide explanations for hymns found in the Samhita portion. For instance, in the case of Samhita's hymn 1.164.11, as quoted earlier, Aitareya Aranyaka clarifies that the number 720 represents to the total number of days and nights in a year. Upanishad Aitareya Rigveda contains the Aitareya Upanishad, which forms part of Aitareya Aranyaka. This Upanishad consists of three chapters that address the following topics: the Atman self, which is the source of the world and the significance of human birth, impermanence of body, and the three births of the self in the form of Retas, semen, progeny, and afterlife. The true nature of the self encapsulated in the statement Prajnanam Brahma. The individual self is Brahman. This declaration is regarded as a Mahavakya, great saying, as it affirms the oneness of the individual self Jivatman and the supreme self Paramatman. Rigveda Upanishad Mahavakya meaning. Veda Upanishad Mahavakya meaning. Rigveda Aitareya Prajnanam Brahma. The individual self is Brahman. Yajurveda Brihadaranyaka Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. Samaveda Chandogya Tattvamasi, that you are. Atharvaveda Mandukya I am Atma Brahma. This self is Brahman. Do it yourself. Explain the aforementioned Mahavakyas in the light of the teachings of the Upanishads as prescribed in the introductory chapters on the Vedas. Conclusion. Rutam vadishyami satyam vadishyami tanmamavatu tadvaktaramavatu mamavatu vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Aitareya Upanishad. I will speak of the right, I will speak of the truth. May that protect me, may that protect the speaker. Let that protect me, let that protect the speaker. Let that protect the speaker. Om, peace, peace, peace. Translation by S. Radhakrishnan. Rigveda 10 mandalas, 1028, 1028 suktas. Samhita Brahman Aranyaka Upanishad. Mahavakya Prajnanam Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma. Shakala, Bashkala, Sankhayana, Ashvalayana, Shankhayana, Ashvalayana, Mandukeya, Kaushitaki, Aitareya, Kaushitaki, Shankhayana, Aitareya, Kaushitaki, Aitareya, Kaushitaki. Shrauta Sutra, Grihya Sutra, Shrauta Sutra, Grihya Sutra, Grihya Sutra. 1.2 Yajurveda. Yajurveda is the Veda that primarily concerned with yajnas, composed in the prose form. It provides detailed instructions on various yajnas and outlines the duties of the advaryu, The priest related with the Yajurveda. For instance, Advaryu is responsible for selecting the land for yajna and offer the oblation into the sacred fire while reciting the required mantras. In this manner, Advaryu is the pivotal role in the performance of yajnas. Samhita. Yajurveda Samhita is divided into two branches, Shukla white and Krishna black. Let us explore its contents. Yajurveda Samhita provides descriptions of all major yajnas. For a deeper understanding of these yajnas, refer chapter on Kalpa. I also includes it also includes an elaborate description of the royal ceremony called Ashwamedha Yajna, which is very prominent in the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. Additionally, it contains prayers for both individual well being and the welfare of society. Below are a few examples. Mind, the expert charioteer. Just as a dexterous charioteer leads the swiftly galloping horses on his desired path through whip, so the mind commands the human's body. This mind dwells in the heart, beyond aging and ever dynamic. May my mind be bestowed with auspicious affirmations. Shukla Yajurveda 34.6 Tanme Manashiva Sankalpamastu. Prayer for the Vedic Rashtra. Lord Supreme of the world, in this Rashtra Republic of ours, let the Brahmanas rise as a community of brilliant men of divinity and illustrious scholars of universal knowledge. Let the Kshatriyas rise as a force of heroic warriors of the chariot and routers of the enemy with unfailing arrows. May the cows be fertile and abundant in milk, the oxen carriers of heavy load, the coursers swift for women, kind and generous. Here we continue. Next class. Hari Om.